Welcome back to the Chrissy Crafts channel. This week we are working with the adorable Jolly Delivery bundle, the North Pole Delivery Suite. It is just cute as a button. It has these polar bears, grizzly bears, dogs, animals. I think that's a badger, a cat. Animals of all shapes and sizes. And the stamp set stamps the animals. And then it has Merry Christmas, sentiments, special delivery, all of that. And then the dies cut out the different animals and also some of the paper. The dies work with the paper. It's fabulous. I love it when they do that. See, like that little dog. I don't know. Here, that one. Cut that dog out perfectly. Let's see what else. The badger. That's a badger. I don't see him on this paper, but he's on some of the other paper, and it'll cut out the paper. Plus, the die set includes this fabulous die that will make a little box. It's so cute, and you can use all these little animals to decorate it up. I made one earlier, a few weeks ago. See, there's my box, and it'd just be perfect for a little treat or a gift card for Christmas. Put that right in there, and then decorate it up however you want. Cute, cute, cute. So that's the die set and the stamps. The suite also includes this ribbon, this great ribbon. It's white. You could put this down, and it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy ribbon. You could put this down on your card front and have snow. And some of the paper we'll get to in just a second is like a little Christmas village. You could do that. Put this down for the snow. Card front done. Just add a sentiment. Isn't that adorable? And then the embellishments are the deer dots, and they are in all these fabulous colors that match the paper. And the colors in this suite are all of them. Basic black, Cajun craze, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, early espresso, flirty flamingo, garden green, gray granite, pecan pie, petal pie, pool party, poppy parade, pumpkin pie, and berry vanilla. So a lot of colors. You can just about anything you got will probably match. So I think that's poppy parade, petal pink, pool party, and garden green. And these are really they're kind of low profile, so these will be used quite a bit. Perfect. So let's look at this cute paper. So the first one I've got here is this dogs, everywhere dogs, pulling sleds, and that, well, there's a cat. Sorry. There's a little corgi. That's a St. Bernard, I'm guessing. Anyway, and then some of the dies do cut these out. So no fussy cutting some people don't like fussy cutting. So there you have it. Perfect set for you. And then the back is envelopes, mail, hence the delivery. All Christmas delivery, cute. And then these little trucks speeding by making deliveries. Some have Christmas trees, mail, Christmas time, North Pole delivery. And then the back is this green, which would, make a really great background. The stamps, all those festive images. And let me come back to this. I got my papers out of order, sorry. Here's that Christmas village I was talking about. Put that ribbon down. And it looks just like snow. Isn't that cute? You could put maybe more than one, but one, snow. There's your card front. And then the back is, oh, these are mailboxes. And I think we have a die that will cut out one of the mailboxes. Yeah, this little red one. Cut that right out, put that. And then this one is bears and forest creatures. There's the badger. I thought he was on here, wherever he is. Cut him right out. And then there's an eagle. And then the bear, the dies cut out this one with the presents. So he's ready to go. And the back of this is a pretty textured pool party. And then this one is envelopes also, delivery. And then a checked background with that very vanilla, and I'm guessing this is either Real Red or Poppy Parade. And then this is a specialty paper series. So not only do you have the die cuts that will cut out all those animals from your paper, you have these two pop-out sheets with buildings and mailboxes, envelopes, the animals, dogs. I mean, there's a lot here, So if you don't like fussy cutting, this is the set for you. Go check it out. So that's what's in the suite. So let's make something. Okay, for today's card tutorial, we're going to make a cute little card using these little punch outs from the North Pole Delivery Suite. So we're making a A6 card, which is 4.5 by 6. It's going to be landscape direction. And we're using a white card base, and we're going to mat our card with a real red mat, which is going to be a 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 575 by 425. So let's get that stuck on there. So we'll get a little bit of glue on the back. I like to get my corners and my edges really well. I don't want it to lift up. So there we go. And we will center that right on the front. Okay, there we have that. And then for our background, I wanted to use this pool party pattern. And it is cut, again, a 1/4 inch smaller. So that's going to be 5.5, and this is 2.5. And then a little piece of the village from the DSP at the top. And it is 5.5 by, I think it's 1.5. Let me make sure. 1.5, yes. And I just centered my cut right over that little village scene. There's a bunch in that DSP you could use. So let's glue these down. Okay, get that centered right on our card front. Stick that down. Oh, y'all know I didn't make sure that I had my card opening, but I do. Always check your card opening. And then this will go right below there. Okay, we're just going to butt it up right to the top of that. There we go. And that's our card front. Now I'm going to add a couple of pieces of our ribbon right at the bottom of that town to make it look like it's snowing. Now, I'm going to try gluing this. I am not sure. The tape runner might be better, but I'm going to start out with gluing, since this is the first time I did this part. All right, let's get you light out there. It also wants to curl up on me. Okay, so I've got a little bit of glue on the back of my ribbon. And let's get that laid out. Line it up right at the bottom. And that's cut at 5.5. So there we go. That worked pretty well. And it doesn't have to be straight. You can like make it like wavy. And then I want to trim off this little fuzzy edge down here. Oh, I may have made it worse. There we go. Now, do we think we need another one? I kind of thought we might need 2. Does that look more like snow? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it. So I've already got it cut. Go ahead and do it. Okay, let's get that right up on our other one. Oh, that looks so good. Now we have a snowy street. And I have a snowy desk a little bit. There we go. Cut those little fuzzies off. Now, the next thing I did was I punched out some from this designer series punch out page. All of these are already cut. You just have to punch them out. Now I wanted to get the ones that were all facing this direction. So I got the bear, the fox, this cat, and the little dog carrying the mail. And we're going to line those up on our street using dimensionals. Let me grab some. So first off is the bear. He's going to kind of lead us off. So let's put a dimensional on him, or 3 or 4. Okay. I'm going to stick him down right here. Okay, and then I think I want the fox to be right by him. I'm going to leave this spot open because that's where my sentiment's going to go. So the fox's tail, don't need a dimensional on that. We'll just put one right here, maybe one on his head. There we go. And we'll put a little glue on his tail so he is secure. Okay, we'll glue him to the bear, and he's going to be walking right in front of him. Okay, there we go. Now, the dog is going to be up like this, and the cat, we're going to tuck him in like he's jumping right there. So he doesn't need dimensionals because we're going to glue him right to that ribbon. So let's glue him, put a little bit back here. Okay, stick him behind the bear like he's jumping. He's playing in the snow. He's playing in the snow. Okay, and then our doggy is going to be, let's put our sentiment on first and put the doggy on, just so we make sure we got it spaced out right. So I've got a little piece of white cardstock and my real red ink, and I'm using the stamp that says Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. So let's get that inked up and right on there. Perfect. Now, let me clean my stamp off, because y'all know when you stamp with red, it stains your stamp, so there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But we'll use our little squeegee and try to get it as much as we can. Yep, still a little red. Okay, now I'm going to fussy cut this. You could make it square, you could do whatever you want, but I think I want to fussy cut it. So let me just get started, go around there. Okay, come around there. Whoop. Yeah, my extra paper was getting in the way. There we go. Now, okay. Now, that is going to go right down here. So, our doggy can go right here. He'll kind of, his tail will kind of go over the cat, but there we go. So he needs dimensionals. Okay. He's going to go right there. Now, and we'll put some dimensionals here, and probably going to have to cut those in half. Maybe I can use my edge here because that's a little skinny. Let's do one more. Now, all right, and then there's Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. Now, isn't that adorable? Now, let's add a couple of embellishments just to give it a little, and I think I'll use the red ones. Really, you could use every color of the rainbow on this. It's got all the colors. To there, let's put not a blue one, because let's use red here. Maybe that's good. You know what? I think I will take this blue one off and just stay with red. Just so that we are kind of coordinating. There you have it. That is adorable. And the great thing is you could use whatever animals you want. There's dogs, cats, corgis, badgers, squirrels. There's a little hedgehog. I love the hedgehog. Yeah, you could just make this your own. Okay, this is the card that we made together with the Jolly Delivery bundle and the North Pole Delivery suite of products. This is just an adorable suite, and to say I have a ton of product left over. I could make so many more cards. I just have run out of time. So I'm going to put this aside, come back to it a little bit later, and make some more. But for today, this is the card we made together with the little animal parade through the Christmas village. Merry Christmas and happy wishes. Adorable. So here are my other projects that I made using these products. First of all, I made this simple scrapbook page. Again, I went with a little animal parade in the Christmas village, just some background, just for one picture this time, and I love it. It's simple but elegant, and it's I've got the perfect picture in mind for this. So that's my scrapbook page. Then my card projects, and of course I wanted to share this little box with you guys again. This is one of the cool things in the die set. You make these little boxes, so don't forget about this. It'll be perfect for your gift cards, and you could decorate those up, make them really fancy or not, just however you want to do them, and be a great gift. So here's my other cards. First of all, I made this, it's kind of like a delivery train with the little trucks hauling the gifts and the presents and the mail, sending merry tidings from the North Pole. I just thought this was adorable. Okay, and then I loved this little St. Bernard, so I gave him his own spotlight treatment on the card front here with the little Christmas Village special delivery. And then I made these two together with the little village, and I added a tree that I had on from a different kit, but any kind of tree that you have would work. You could even put a little star on there if you wanted to. I didn't think about that. And then on this one, I added the little doggy on the sled. And on this one, I added the little squirrel with the mail and presents. And then I brought in my candy embellishments from last year that I love so much. But if you don't have those, you don't have to use those. You could use the deer dots that come with the suite and be just fine. And this one, I also loved this bear. So I made a little snowdrift, tore some paper, and then layered it up. And I embossed it with that snow embossing folder, and then added the other die cuts. Then this one, I wrapped some twine around the paper, make it look like a present. And I also added the little dog sled in with some letters. And this is the, this sentiment is from the Greetings for You Mix and Match ephemera pack. They're self-adhesive. Just peel the backing off and stick them on there. Those have been really, really handy this year. And my last card is this one. I saw this design on Pinterest, and with the 2-panel background with this golden retriever, which is, of course, I'm a dog person, so I had to use that. So those are my projects using the North Pole Delivery suite of products. I hope you guys have enjoyed these products. If you did, make sure and hit that subscribe and like button so you'll get my latest downloads and never miss a thing. So I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season, getting ready for all things festive. Make sure and find some time for yourself. Happy crafting!